everyone, it's Froggy, and I'm back again with another episode of Backstage Pass. So, it's like the first weekend right after he breaks his arm, so I'm trying to call him to see if he wants to hang out. So, he says, hi. Sorry to bother you. I was just wondering if you were doing okay.
As okay as can be expected.
Do you need help with anything?
No, I'm fine. I'll let you know if I need anything.
Okay, take care of yourself.
I always do.
Well, we can't actually hang out with him, but at least he's doing alright. Alright, skipping ahead. Okay, so we're gonna go to the hospital to check on Benito. I knock on the door just in case Ben's asleep, but he answers right away.
Avanti.
Ben's sitting in bed in his hospital room playing with a deck of cards. Hey there, how's it going? Ben's hand slips and the deck of cards falls from his hands.
How does it look like it's going?
Oh. Sorry.
It's not you. I'm just frustrated. Having only one hand to use is a pain. The majority of my tricks aren't an option anymore.
At least you'll be healed up in a few months, right?
Yeah, but that's months without work, and without any money for food. I've barely been skating by as is. I'm dead in the water, Sean.
Didn't your parents offer to help you out? You didn't even call them.
Why would I?
Because they're your parents.
They don't even know I'm here.
You haven't told them you're in the hospital?
No, I haven't told them I'm in Steel City.
This is the part where you explain exactly what you mean by that. Ben sighs.
It's a long story.
Best talk quickly.
My parents don't really like me being around. When I was a kid, we spent a lot of time together, but in the past few years, they've done everything they can to get rid of me. I've spent most of my time bouncing from one boarding school to the next, getting bored in the classroom and getting beat up in the hallways. I figured it didn't really matter what I did as long as I didn't bother them. So when they tried to send me away last year, I just got off the plane at the first stopover and decided to live here.
Ben, are you kidding me? You just left school? How has nobody noticed?
I unenrolled from the school, then sent a letter to my parents claiming I earned a full-ride scholarship and that payment would not be necessary. At the start of summer, I told my parents I'd be sticking around for their summer courses.
Why have you never told me this?
Would it have changed anything if I did?
Well, yeah. I'd have told you to tell your parents the truth.
Then that's why I never told you.
But you have to tell them now. You're hurt, and you need help.
We'll see. Anyway, the doctor says I'm free to go come Tuesday. They say I should find a friend to help me get home.
Say no more. I'll see you then.
Thank you.
Oh, Benito. Alright, I'm gonna skip ahead. Okay, so we've gone to the hospital to pick up Ben. Ben's already dressed and waiting for me when I arrive at the hospital.
Ciao.
Ready to go?
Even if I'm not, we're still heading out.
I follow Ben out of the hospital. Despite my efforts to help him out, he insists on opening his own doors. We wait at the curb for the next bus, and he at least allows me to help him scale the steep steps onto the bus.
Be it ever so humble, there's no place like home.
Ben sits on the edge of his bed and inspects his tiny apartment.
It's cold in here.
I fill his kettle with water and set it on the stove. I'll make some tea for you.
I don't have any tea.
You do now. I picked up a few groceries for you before I went to pick you up.
You didn't have to.
I know. That's why I did it. Besides, if you won't ask your parents for help, then how do you intend to feed yourself?
Can we not talk about my parents?
I rummaged through the grocery bags in search of the tea I purchased. You're going to have to face them eventually.
Says you.
This is common sense.
Oh yeah? How so?
I find the tea and begin to search through the cupboard for cups. Did it ever occur to you that you're so smart, your parents don't know what to do with you?
What do you mean?
You said you went from one boarding school to the next. Expensive stuff, high-end places, I'd assume.
Well, yeah.
And at every place, you were still bored.
Nothing ever moved fast enough. I learned things long before anyone else.
So maybe your parents just don't know what to do with a genius kid, and they've been trying to find a good place for you. Maybe they sent you away because they feel inadequate. Like, if you stayed with them, you wouldn't be able to live up to your full potential.
I doubt it. You don't know my parents.
I kind of do.
What?
A few months ago, your parents contacted me. They were worried about you and wanted to know if you were doing okay.
Why you?
Would you have responded?
Probably not.
I can hear the water on the stove simmering. They didn't really tell me much, only that they wanted to make sure that you were okay. I figured you had just stopped calling home or something, so I assured them I'd keep an eye on you.
Great. So you've been a spy for my parents all this time, is that it?
Maybe if you spoke to them once in a while, they wouldn't have to resort to such measures.
I thought you were spending all this time with me because you actually like me. How much are they paying you?
Nothing. I did it because I care about you. The kettle on the stove begins to whistle. Neither of us move for it. For a genius, you really are dense about how other people feel about you. Your parents love you, and I agree they're lousy at showing it, but maybe you should give them a chance to try.
Then maybe you should have given me that choice instead of hiding things from me.
Would it have mattered?
I guess we'll never know.
The kettle is screeching now, but we remain motionless.
Just go. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Neither do I. I turn on my heel and open the door. As I leave, I mutter under my breath. You really have no idea how much you're loved, do you? Oof. Alright, skipping ahead. So it's the next weekend. I knock softly on the door. I hope Ben's in a better mood today. Silence. I knock again.
Yeah?
I can't tell if he sounds irate or just tired. Ben, it's Sean. May I come in? More silence. I'm about to leave, but Ben finally replies.
Fine.
I open the door and enter hesitantly. Should I even be here?
Are you coming in or not?
Right. I step inside quickly and shut the door behind me. About last time. He shakes his head and looks away.
It's fine. I was wrong.
I try to hide my surprise. Ben actually admitting he was wrong about something? Ben sighs and pulls out a black marker.
Here.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
It's time that I actually own up to where I am. You can sign my cast.
I accept the marker and search for a proper place to leave my name. Where would you like it? He shrugs and turns away.
Anywhere you feel like.
I pick an appropriate place and write out Sean Gooden across his cast. There you go. Doesn't that feel better?
Sure.
Anything else that I can help you with?
Could you open that deck for me? I want to work on my one-handed shuffle, but getting the box open has proven to be troublesome.
Of course. I pick up the deck of cards from the table next to him and pick at the seal on it. The sticker resists a bit, but I manage to peel it off and open the box. I dump the cards into Ben's outstretched hands. He cuts the deck evenly with a twist of his wrist, flips the bottom half on top. He repeats the motion several times, each time smoother and more confident than the last. Nice.
It's nothing special.
His brow furrows as he shuffles faster.
Ugh.
His fingers slip and the cards fly from the top of the deck and flutter onto the floor.
I guess I should have expected that. Could you grab that for me?
I pick the card up and hold it out to him.
Actually...
Ben sets his deck to the side.
Here, let me try something.
I hand the card to him. The instant it touches his fingers, it bursts into flame and turns into a tiny pile of dark soot in his palm. Whoa. Ben flinches.
That was unexpected.
He stares at the blackened smudge in his hand. I'll get you a napkin.
Nah, it's fine.
He begins wiping the soot off of his cast right next to my signature. The soot leaves a series of irregular, dark smudges all over his cast. Ben.
Hey, I'm going to have to replace the card I lost. Do you remember what it was?
Queen of Hearts, I think.
Are you sure? Because...
Ben peels his sling off and peers at his cast. Ben points to his cast. The dark smudges left by the soot spell out the words Queen of Hearts. Ooh, clever.
Now that's weird.
I look up at Ben to see a huge grin on his face. Benito Koyama, how long have you been messing with me?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't approve of hurting children, but I might make an exception for you. Ben points at his cast.
Wait, there are more words.
He points at my name.
What does that say?
Combined with my signature, the words on his cast spell out Sean Gooden as my Queen of Hearts. Ah! I turn my eyes back to Ben. The smile on his face is gone. He looks serious and scared.
I'm an only child, Sean. I'm used to being alone, and I'm definitely used to not having to rely on anyone. And at first, it was really humiliating to have to get help from you. I thought relying on someone meant weakness, and I always thought I'd be strong enough to make it on my own. But after you left last time, I didn't feel better or stronger. I felt stupid. Suddenly, being alone seemed a lot emptier. And
He sighs.
This is the only way I know how to tell you. The truth is, I love you, and I hope you feel the same way about me.
I run my fingers across Ben's cast. You're the expert in reading body language, right? What am I saying now? Ah! I turn and touch my lips to his. He closes his eyes and I can feel his body relax as he leans into the kiss. I don't know how long our kiss is, but when we finally reluctantly part, my heart is racing a lot faster than it was when we started. I love you too, Ben.
Raindrops bouncing off my window pane, the sound of 1,000 heartbeats, but within, empty in my own domain. The sky is cloudy, dark, and stormy, reflections of what I have become when inside should be comfy and cozy. But there you were, not too far away, braving the storms outside and from within, watching over me ever since that day.
Come on, I want to show you something.
Always
Oh, he cut his hair!
been.
Ben grasps my hand in his and hurries me up a series of stone steps. Why are we in such a hurry? Are we in Japan? We're in Japan.
We've got to get there before it's too crowded.
We reach the top of the steps, and he holds his arms out.
It's the shrine I used to visit when I was a kid.
It's beautiful.
My parents used to take me here every New Year so I could make a wish. This place has hardly changed at all, but I feel like I'm so different.
Different in a good way, I hope.
I feel like the world's a lot bigger, and I have a lot more to learn. Is it weird that the not knowing stuff is kind of exciting?
Not at all. It means you're growing up.
I think I have you to thank for that.
It was a team effort. Ben points at a series of wooden plaques hung up outside the shrine.
Before I left, I wrote my wish on one of those. I said I wanted to be a magician.
No surprise.
But you're my wish now.
Aww.
And, I just hope this works out. I'm glad you came, but I'm so nervous about seeing my parents.
Hey, don't worry so much about it. I've already spoken with them plenty of times on the phone. Meeting them in person is more of a formality than anything else.
No, you'll be fine. I'm nervous for myself.
I take Ben's hand and give it a reassuring squeeze. Hey, you're not alone. We'll do this together, okay? Ben smiles and nods.
Together.
Okay, so that was his romance ending, and I liked it. It was cute. Okay, yeah, he was like 15, and that's a little weird, because, you know, we were 19, so he's quite underage, but it was still really cute, and I liked it. I really liked Ben. He was interesting and fun. And his CGs at the end were really cute. And he looked a lot more mature, so I don't know how old he was by the end of the game, like in that very last CG, but either way, it was good. So what day is it today? Are we Saturday today? We are Saturday. So Monday, we're going to be going for the friendship ending. So I hope you guys are excited for that one. I'm going to end this episode here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more videos from me, then don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.